What if I told you a single sentence, just a few well-timed words, could spark immediate attraction in a woman's mind? Not because of your looks, not because of your status, but because your words touched something emotional she didn't see coming. What if you could speak in a way that draws her closer, makes her smile for reasons she can't explain, and suddenly shifts how she sees you, without trying to impress or convince her of anything? These 6 phrases aren't cheap lines. They're tools, rooted in real psychology, emotion, and timeless human behavior. And when used with intention, they awaken something inside her. Curiosity, challenge, fascination. They change the game. Because once you understand how women connect on an emotional level, and you learn to speak to that place, you stop chasing and start attracting effortlessly. Each phrase I'm about to give you is crafted to stay with her long after the conversation ends. When used the right way, they'll make her feel like she stumbled upon something rare, and she won't want to let it go. Before we dive into the good stuff, do something meaningful. Subscribe. Support this channel. Because by doing that, you're not just investing in yourself, you're helping bring this insight to thousands of men who need it. Men who are tired of being overlooked, tired of the friend zone, tired of playing it safe and getting nothing back. When you support, we rise. Together. Now let's get into the words that make her pause, feel, and remember you, before she even knows why. Phrase number 1, there's something different about you, and I really like it. Most guys think compliments have to be loud to land. They go straight for the obvious. You're gorgeous. You look amazing tonight. And while it might feel smooth, it rarely leaves a mark. Not because women dislike compliments, but because they've heard those lines 1,000 times. They sound scripted, predictable, hollow. There's no depth, no spark, nothing personal. But then you drop something unexpected. There's something different about you, and I really like it. And everything shifts. This phrase works like a quiet spark. It doesn't flatter her surface. It taps into her identity. It touches that deeper part of her that wants to be seen, not just noticed. It's subtle. It's thoughtful. And it creates one powerful effect. It makes her wonder, what did you pick up on? What did you feel? What did she do that made you say that? That question doesn't get answered right away, and that's the magic. Her brain starts replaying the moment. Was it something she said? The way she laughed? Her confidence? Her awkward honesty? She doesn't know for sure, and now she's emotionally engaged with your words. That's how attraction works on a deeper level. Because this isn't about giving away the whole compliment. It's about offering just enough to open a loop. That mystery builds tension, and real tension is unforgettable. So when should you use it? Not randomly. Not to fill space. Use it in those rare moments of connection, when she drops her guard and reveals something real. Maybe she shares a memory, talks about her creative obsession, tells a story in a way that's oddly charming. That's your moment. Let the silence hang. Hold her gaze, not in a forced way but with presence, and say it slow like you're realizing it for the first time. There's something different about you, and I really like it. Tone matters. It's not rushed. It's not over-explained. It's not delivered like a pickup line. It has weight because it feels like truth. And truth is rare. Because here's something most men never realize. Most women don't feel seen. They get attention, yes. But attention is cheap. Being noticed for who they are, how they think, how they feel, that's rare. And that's where this phrase cuts through. It tells her, I noticed something others didn't. You're different. And I see it. That moment won't just make her feel appreciated. It'll make her want to open up more. She'll lean in. She'll share more of herself. Because now she feels safe to be real with you. And the moment a woman feels emotionally seen, she connects deeply. So use this line wisely. Save it for the real moments. And deliver it like a man who doesn't speak to impress, but to observe. She'll remember how you made her feel. And she won't forget you. Phrase number 2, that's what I admire most about you. At first glance it sounds simple. But when used in the right moment, this phrase carries real weight. It doesn't come across like every other compliment. It doesn't sit on the surface. It digs deeper. Most guys hand out compliments based on the obvious. Her appearance, her outfit, maybe her smile. Those things are nice, but they fade. They don't stick. Because they don't make her feel anything real. You don't stand out by pointing out what every other guy sees. You stand out by noticing what others miss. And that's what makes this line powerful. That's the part of you I admire most. It turns a moment into a mirror. You're not just praising her, you're showing her that you see her. Not the image but the substance. And that's rare. Picture this. She's opening up about her work, not the title but the reason it matters to her. Maybe she gets passionate talking about helping people. Or you catch a fire in her voice when she talks about her goals. Maybe she gets vulnerable, and in that, you notice strength. That's your moment. Don't hype her up. Don't force it. Look at her with quiet respect and say, that's the part of you I admire most. The way you care. The way you show up. It's rare. Then stop. Let it breathe. That pause, that silence, is where the impact lives. It gives her room to feel it. What you've just done is reflect something real. Something personal. You've made her feel emotionally visible. That's not flattery, that's connection. And here's the thing. You don't use this line casually. You don't use it on everyone. You wait for the right moment. You say it when she's being real. And you say it with presence, not performance. Maybe she helps someone quietly, not for show. Maybe she reveals ambition without arrogance. Maybe she lets you see a soft spot she usually hides. That's when you slow down, drop your tone just a bit and say, that right there, that's the part of you I admire most. And what happens next is different. She won't just smile, she'll feel something shift. Because you didn't just see her. You understood her. That taps into something deep. A desire to be valued for who she is, not just how she looks. And that's what sets you apart. That's what lingers in her mind. Days later, that one line echoes. Not because it was fancy, but because it made her see herself differently. That's the kind of moment she won't forget. That's real attraction. The kind that leaves a mark. Phrase number 3, you sure you can handle me? This isn't loud. It's not cocky. But it hits with quiet confidence. When you say, you sure you can handle me? You're not boasting, you're sending a message. You're signaling that you're not average. You're not just here for approval. You have layers, fire, and standards. And not everyone's built for that. Most men play it safe. They lay everything out. Easy to read, easy to please, easy to forget. But when there's no mystery, there's no spark. And when curiosity dies, so does attraction. This phrase flips that. It creates a shift, a little tension, a challenge, not in an aggressive way but with a playful edge. And that's the key. Because challenge is electric. It stirs emotion. It draws people in. Picture this, she's teasing you. Maybe she claims she's hard to impress. Maybe she brags about how much she can handle. That's your cue. You lean back slightly, smirk just enough and say it slow. You sure you can handle me? Then pause. Let it hang. In that moment, the dynamic changes. You're no longer reacting. You've reversed the pressure. Now she's thinking, what did he mean? What about him might be too much? Is it your ambition? Your mindset? The way you don't fold? She doesn't know, but she wants to. That's the power of suggestion. You didn't tell her who you are. You made her want to find out. And that's what creates pull. But here's the part that matters most. You have to live what you just said. You can't drop that line and then start over-explaining or chasing validation. You have to stay grounded, calm, certain, unshaken. Because what you're really saying is this: I'm not for everyone, and I'm good with that. You're not here to be convenient. You're here to be real. This phrase isn't arrogance. It's ownership. It says, I know what I bring, and I won't water it down just to be liked. And if she's intrigued, if she leans in and starts testing the edges of what you meant, then the game changes. Now she's investing. Now she's the one seeking something deeper. So don't toss this out lightly. Use it when the moment has energy. Say it with steady eyes and a relaxed tone. Then let the silence do the rest. And watch her try to figure you out. Phrase number 5. I'm drawn to women who know what they want. This might sound like a simple compliment, but it's much more. It's a quiet challenge. A statement of intent. A shift in energy. Most men, especially when they're interested, fall into approval mode. They nod too quickly. agree too easily, try too hard to impress, thinking that if they say all the right things they'll be chosen. But in doing that, they flip the dynamic. Suddenly she's the prize. He's the one performing. And whether she realizes it or not, that energy gets dull fast. Now picture this. You're composed, present, and she says something bold, maybe a strong opinion, a clear plan, a confident decision. That's your moment. You meet her eyes, give a small nod, and say, "I'm drawn to women who know what they want." No over-explaining. No fluff. Just calm certainty. Suddenly the frame shifts. You're not chasing, you're observing. You're not trying to fit in, you're defining what draws you in. And now she's wondering, do I come across that way? Am I meeting his standard? That's where real attraction begins, not through flattery but through emotional reflection. Because now she's qualifying herself to you. Why does this work? Because it signals clarity. And women are drawn to men who know what they want, who recognize that same clarity in others. It shows strength, stability, standards, and that's rare. Use it when it's authentic, when she's leading, when she's sure of herself. Maybe she speaks with conviction. Maybe she's decisive. That's when this line lands the deepest. Say it with quiet admiration. Let it breathe. No need to follow it with softness or apology. You're not seeking permission, you're speaking a value. And when she asks what kind of woman you're into, don't give a vague answer. Say it again. I'm drawn to women who know what they want. Just make sure you back it up. If she's unsure, inconsistent, or testing your boundaries, don't chase. If you do, your words lose meaning. But if you stay grounded and aligned, she'll feel the difference. She'll want to rise to meet you, not because you asked her to, but because your presence made her want to. That's not manipulation. That's leadership. It's clarity. It's attraction built on truth, not tactics. Speak your values, and watch the dynamic shift in your favor. Every time. Phrase number 6, I'm not that easy. This isn't just a cheeky response. It's a quiet flex, a statement that tells her you know your worth without saying it outright. There's no ego in it, just presence. Just clarity. Because here's the truth, most men give themselves away too fast. One compliment, one playful glance, and suddenly they're bending over backward to win her over, before she's even done anything to earn it. And just like that, the frame flips. She's in control and he's another guy hoping to get picked. But when you look her in the eye with calm confidence and say, I'm not that easy, everything shifts. You're not playing games. You're not cold. You're just unmoved. Not because you're uninterested, but because you have standards, and attention alone isn't enough to unlock access. This line works because it carries contrast. It's light on the surface, but underneath, it says something powerful. I don't hand myself out. You've got to earn this. And the right woman? She'll feel it instantly. Timing matters. Use it when she's teasing you, pushing buttons, or throwing flirty energy your way expecting an instant reaction. Instead of giving in, you hold your ground. You smirk. And you say it smooth and steady, I'm not that easy. Then stop. Let the silence do its work. Because in that moment she's thinking, wait, did he just resist? Did he just flip the script? That pause creates tension. And tension, when mixed with playfulness, is the foundation of real attraction. What you're doing is setting a boundary without sounding defensive. You're showing that you're not swayed by charm alone. You're telling her, without saying it outright, that you value effort, intention, and real connection. That kind of energy is rare. That's the energy of a man with options who still chooses carefully. Why does it work so well? Because it signals control. You're not reacting. You're not chasing. You're filtering. And that tells her something even more important. You're the one she'll want to figure out. And let's be honest, mystery without backbone is insecurity. But mystery backed by calm confidence? That's magnetic. Just don't treat this line like a trick. Say it only if you mean it. Live it. If your attention has value, don't give it away cheaply. Let your standards speak louder than your charm. So next time she thinks she's got you locked in, flash that slow smile and say, I'm not that easy. Then sit back and let her earn it. If you truly learn to use these 6 phrases, not just the words but the tone, the timing, the energy behind them, everything shifts. conversations start to flow. Women engage differently. They tune in. They feel it. You're no longer chasing attention, you're leaving an impression. Because attraction isn't about how much you say, it's about the energy you carry. And when you speak from this calm, confident place, your presence does the talking, before you even say a word. If this video brought you value, support the mission. Hit subscribe because this channel isn't about hype, it's about real power. With your support, we'll reach thousands more men who are done settling and ready to rise.